everyone. Thanks for stopping by. This is me, 143. If you don't have a friend, you have one now. This is Jen. And today I'm also actually recording my podcast while we are doing this, which is really, really exciting. So, anyways, a couple of things that I wanted to talk about today or discuss today was how this all began or how this all started. I do a lot of volunteer work in my life and so forth, and um, so I've always had that kind of nature, but this is one that I really want to take out there, and I really want to get the message across because I love people and I believe in the power of helping people or just being a good person to people. There's so many, different things going on in this world today, which, a lot of people say, oh, how the world's going or this and that. And I still believe in the power of good. And I still believe that there's more good out there than there's bad out there. And if everybody changed one little thing in their day to help somebody else, or just to, you don't even have to do much to make somebody's day, how it could just change the world. And so anyways, one of the other things that I want to address real quick are my videos. A lot of people wonder why I don't edit my videos. The reason why I don't edit my videos is because that this is me. It's the whole premises of it is the fact that we don't walk around life with editing equipment. We don't get do-overs. So when we go out there, if we trip or we make a mistake, it's out there, it's done, it's over with. So when I shoot my videos, I shoot them once because this is me. And if there's a flaw, there's a flaw. So, or if there's a mistake, there's a mistake. It is what it is. And I'm human, and that's okay. So anyways, a lot of people also wonder how I started this whole thing, or what my passion is. I've always been very passionate about people. I love people. I love getting out in the community and helping people. I love inspiring people to be better, to see their true potential, because a lot of times we don't see our true potential. We don't see what we have inside of us. And I like to be able to help people find that, because once you find, or realize who you truly are, that's when the magic happens. That's when you can do these great things. And I'm not talking about, getting out there and being a millionaire or being a celebrity. That's nice too. But, there's a lot of greatness in just being you, and just being, the regular guy on the street that is just living a happy life and has great friends and just a nice environment. So anyways, I like to help people realize that how much power that they have in good and helping others and being kind to others, because that's so important. And we forget that sometimes. I'm a parent, so everything I do, I try to do it knowing that my kids are going to be watching this, and they're going to be, looking at as me as an example. I don't want my kids to look to celebrities or other people as role models. I want them to look to their mom as a role model. And does that mean that I never make mistakes? Absolutely not. I make mistakes all the time. But that's the beauty of life, is that you can change things, you can do things again. And so anyway, so the reason why I started this too is a long, long time ago, over 10, 15 years ago, I had this routine surgery. Not a lot of people know this story, but it was something that was very impactful to me. I had a routine gallbladder surgery. It was supposed to be outpatient. Went into the hospital. They were trying to, after the surgery, they were trying to get me up and get me to walk and so forth. And I kept passing out and passing out and passing out. So anyways, they took me and they admitted me. They were really frustrated, which, was kind of weird. But anyway, so they were really frustrated, but I kind of, I know myself, and I knew that there was something wrong. Just didn't know exactly what it was. So anyways, they admitted me. They took me up to one of the floors that night. I was put in a room with another person. The bed that they actually put me in was broken. So now picture this, having surgery, being in a good amount of pain. They put me in a bed that was broken, and the mechanic or the maintenance guy that kept coming up to fix the bed kept hitting a button that kept jerking me, like trying to fix the bed. And so every time that happened, it was just worse and worse until they figured out that, I'm stuck with this bed. So anyway, so that was kind of strike number one. So strike number two, next day, they couldn't figure out again why I kept passing out, Hours later, thanks to the wonderful nursing staff that they had, this older nurse came in, and she said, let me have them run another test. Well, she ran another test, and sure enough, I was internally bleeding. They had no idea. Our body has 10 to 12 pints of blood at a time, and I was down to 2. So had they released me when they were supposed to release me, I would have been dead by the next day. Fun fact, right? So that was strike number 2. But good thing is they found her, right? Cool. So anyways, in the same room with me was a lady, and I'm not exactly sure what was wrong with her ailing wise, but she was very sick. Sick with regards to throwing up constantly. She was constantly crying. She was scared. She was, an older lady. And all I kept thinking to myself is, I'm in this horrible situation. I can't get any sleep. I'm in a broken bed. And they're just now figuring out what's wrong with me. So, fun fact, I'm a person that I like to be able to see out the window. I get my energy from the outside and looking outside and elements and so forth. So the bed that they put me in was the one closest to the door, and she was the one that had the window, which her curtain was always closed, so I couldn't always see the window. Very rarely did I ever get a glimpse of outside. So I was alone in this room. I didn't have many visitors coming out because I didn't tell anybody I was having this surgery. I thought it was just going to be a 1, 2, 3. So in rolls the doctor, and he says, well, you're internally bleeding, but the bad thing is we don't know where it's at. So what they'll have to do is give me blood transfusions to help, they'll pump me full of blood to help the pressure to stop where the bleeding is. Great, right? So every 30 to 40 minutes they would come in and they would take my blood to see if the count would go up. And every hour, more blood and more blood kept coming in to help get me up to my levels that I needed to be at. So probably 24 hours later, the doctor came in and asked me if I had, he asked me if I had any kind of, religious leader or anybody that I wanted to call or to call my family, because the blood wasn't stopping. I was still bleeding, and basically there was a chance that I wasn't getting out of there. So at that moment, all I kept thinking was why me? Why me? I'm stuck in this room next to a strange lady that kept throwing up and crying, and all I kept thinking is, why me? Why did this happen to me? I was, a little over 30 years old at the time, and all I kept thinking is, why me? And as I kept saying that, I kept getting more angry. And in that moment, I heard something. I heard something within me, and it was pretty rough. But the answer to my question was, not everything is about you. And I heard that over and over in my head. Not everything is about you. And as I pondered that, I thought, well, absolutely, it's about me. I've got a family. I'm probably going to die here in this hospital without seeing out a window next to some stranger. Of course, it's about me. And all I kept hearing was, it's not about you. So, with that, I decided to do something a little bit different. I decided that at that moment, if I ever got out of that hospital, I was going to do things different. I wasn't going to make everything in my day about me. I realized that I was going to change things around and make a difference, to do whatever I could. As long as I had a moment on this earth, I was going to try to help somebody else. Whether it's smile at them on the street, whether it's give a compliment, whether it's donating more of my time and energy to helping others. I realized at that moment, I've got to change something. I'm not going to sit here and blame the world and the world's problems when we all have control over it. We're all responsible for what's going on in this world. So, and it only takes one person. It takes one person to to start everything, and to change one thing in their day to try to better somebody else. So sitting there in that room and hearing that over and over in my head about how it wasn't about me, I decided to change the focus a little bit. And this wasn't anything that was planned. This was something that I was being guided. Something, was just telling me, well, the lady next to me is a stranger, but she's also a human being, and she's also scared. And yes, I was scared too, but I guess I wasn't that. I wasn't as scared as she was. And so I remember sitting up late at night, and she was on her side of the curtain, and I was on my side of the curtain, and I would just start drumming up conversations with her, trying to get her mind off of things, and we would have these wonderful, wonderful conversations. And I would give her kind words before she went for her tests and her surgeries, and when she would get sick, at night, I would just tell her, it's okay, it's no worries, we'll just turn the TV up, it's not a problem, trying to make her feel better, basically pushing myself and what was going on with me to the side, because at that moment it didn't matter. Nothing was going to change. If I was going to sit there and be angry in my hospital bed, it wasn't going to change. Nothing was going to change. But what I could do is I could make a change in her life. I could help her. And I could take that focus of, it's not about me, and focus it on her. So every day that went by that I sat in that room, I think I was there for 7 or 8 days, she got better. Every day she got better. Every day the crying was less, the sickness was less, and until finally one day she was discharged. And all I thought to myself was, how amazing. She's walking out of here, she's happy, her family's happy, and the doctors did the majority of the work of getting her better and out of here. But I think that just maybe a little piece of what I did helped improve the quality of her life. And I thought to myself, if I don't make it out of here, at least that's one last good thing that I could do while I was here. So the good news is that as she was healing, I was healing my soul, and I was healing physically, because then all of a sudden things started working, and the blood started, started clotting inside and started stopping, and everything started going better. It reminded me that not everything that happens in life is to us, it's for us. Everything in life that happens to us is for us. So we learn a lesson from the bad times, we learn a lesson from the good times. But the most important thing to do is to take those moments and grab a hold of them and say, what can I take from this that's positive? What can I take from this and run with it and build something off of it? Whether it's just helping somebody else or inspiring somebody else. I mean, there's so many cool things that we can do with the moments in our life, especially the challenging ones, because those are the times that we learn and we grow. So the real strength in life has to do with helping others. I believe that. I feel that our strength comes from that. And I also believe that when I was discharged that day, I don't believe that I truly believe that I was put there for a reason. I truly believe that situation that I went through, as bad as it was and as painful as it was, I was put there to help that lady. And it was worth it. Does that make sense? It was worth it. Looking back on that situation, I wouldn't change anything of that. I was able to help somebody. I was able to learn a valuable lesson in life. And more than anything, I walked out of there with a mission to show other people the beauty of helping others. I walked out of there with a mission of, how can I help others have this feeling that I have, this feeling that, I did something good and in a selfless way. So that's why I do this. That's why I'm so passionate about unconditional love and just, like I said, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to get out there and tell somebody that, wow, you look really nice today, or, boy, I really enjoyed this, or, God forbid, if you're in a medical situation, thank the people that are there helping you. A simple thank you. Or just show somebody you appreciate them. Get somebody something just out of the blue. But more than anything, listen to your intuition. A lot of times, I do things because of what the intuition that I'm told. Like, you'll just get these voices in your head that say, you know what? Hey, reach out to that person or call somebody, or, hey, you know what? They could probably use a nice pick-me-up today. So my words to you is this. My words to you are this. I should say. Anyways, that's why we don't edit. But anyway, so my words to you are this. Is open your heart. Find any simple way every day to do something, just anything little. And even if you don't get the feedback from it right away or ever, just know that one little thing that you do in your day can change somebody else's world. And that's contagious. So I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous day. I hope you keep watching. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends. My next video, I will have something really cool and special, and I will be giving away free to subscribers. So please, please, please tune in and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.